Picture this, saving up to 10% when you bundle your home and auto insurance.
Sometimes I feel like I'm falling, falling back again, falling back again, falling back again. It seems a struggle between what we see and what we do. I'm not going to change my ways just to please you or appease you. Oh, look at this crowd, 6 million proud, willing to punch it out. Right, wrong, weak, strong, ashes to ashes all fall down. Oh, look around about this roundabout, this merry-go-round and around. If at all God's gaze upon us falls, it's with a mischievous grin. Look at him, forget about the reasons and the treasons we are seeking. Forget about the notion that our emotions can be kept at bay. Forget about the guilty, 'cause we are innocent instead. Soon we will all find our lives swept away. Now look at me in my fancy car and my bank account. Oh, how I wish I could take it all down to my grave. God knows I'd save and save. Man, take a look again, take a look again. Things we have collected, well, in the end they all pile up so tall to one big nothing, one nothing at all. Forget about the reason and the treasons we are seeking. Forget about the notion that our emotion can be kept at bay. Forget about being guilty, we are innocent instead. And soon we will all find our lives swept away. You seek up an emotion and your cup is overflowing. You seek up an emotion, sometimes your well is dry. You seek up baby monsters for him to fight your wars for you. But when they'll find his way to you, the devil's not hold his belly swell. Well, for the price of a cold or a smoke, I could keep alive those hungry eyes. Man, take a look again, take a look again. Things you say in the end it all stays very much the same with no one but us to blame. Forget about the reason treasons we're seeking. Forget about the notion that our emotion can make after bay. Forget about being guilty, we are innocent instead. And soon we will all find our lives swept away. You seek up an emotion and your cup is overflowing. You seek up an emotion, sometimes your well is dry. A big monster for him to fight your wars for you. When they find his way to you, the devil's got a hold of us.
I found the cutest coastal town in Nova Scotia. Welcome to the Moxie. Let's go check in.
I'm a little bit perturbed.
Relax.
sing? Well, does it so? When you stole all your coat from me, and when the last breath was breathed, you walked to another place to end together like this.
With well.
Y'all know the rules. I'm gonna have to play another Dave song because somebody talked shit about it.
She said 100 times. She said 1,000 times. She said. She said. She said.
What's the best live show y'all ever been to for a concert? Not necessarily your favorite band or whatever, but best live show y'all ever seen. Yeah, Korn was good. I saw Korn in '99 at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. They were good. Stained was just coming around at that time. They opened for Korn. I've never seen the Eagles. Tool in Augusta? When was that? That had to be a long time ago. Augusta ain't getting nothing like that anymore. But yeah, Tool's the best live show I've ever seen. I've never seen Guns N' Roses or U2. Dave is real good too live. I've never seen Foo Fighters. I have seen Kid Rock. It wasn't that good. I think Kid Rock was probably better live like 15 or 20 years ago. I saw him like 5 years ago. Motley Crue was the first concert I ever went to. My dad took me when I was like in 6th grade. I didn't even know who Motley Crue was. What you know about Pooh Shiesty? Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog. I wouldn't even know what I was hearing if I went to a Page and Plant show. I was never into that. Are they from Led Zeppelin? I beat the bookie last week. Wasn't a huge week, but winning's better than losing. I ended up $140 for the week. Or like 139 or something. But any Monday where he has to send me money instead of me sending him money is a good Monday. I haven't even looked at the schedule of games on Friday. I hope there's something if there's anything good on, I will for sure. I got to make up some of the time I lost over the last 2 weeks. I took a big hit. Yeah, I'm taking Bama this weekend. Unless something changes my mind the next day or two. to win the game. I don't know what the spread is yet. I'll have to look that up. But I think Bama wins this weekend.
Come around.
That was the intro to American Baby. I don't know why he doesn't play American Baby live ever. But I guess the intro is good, but I don't know why he plays the intro but never plays the actual song. Dave, I'm talking about. American Baby was my favorite Dave song for a long time. He just, for whatever reason, I don't know the reason. Maybe one of y'all know the reason. He never plays it live, ever. Is Lou wearing a belt and suspenders? In that picture, yeah. Yep. Bama versus Tennessee game will be a point and laugh type game. Well, whoever loses that game's down pretty bad in terms of their playoff hopes. Because both of those teams have some tough games left. And I don't think a 3-loss team is getting in unless some crazy shit happens the last month of the season, which is possible. But right now it's looking like 2 losses will be the most to get into that 12 teams, I think. Same thing for Georgia, too. If they lose this weekend, they're in trouble. Any advice for handling a breakup? Yeah, clean split. Don't hang around. Move on. Delete the phone number. Delete the Facebook. Whatever else. Move on. It's their loss. Unless you have kids together. If you don't have kids with them, be done with them. I haven't seen Georgia play a complete game since last year. So, yeah, hard to bank on that for this weekend. Probably going to have to bet on Texas making some mistakes, probably, if you want Georgia to win. Is Bama head coach Malachi Moore in the hot seat yet? Yes, I think this will be his last year. I think this will be Malachi Moore's last year. So, yeah, he is on the hot seat. Yeah. Malachi Moore. Malachi Moore calls the shots at Bama. He's in charge. Not Kalen DeBoer in his T-shirt that he wears. What's up, Nate?
Not much. How about you, Lou?
I'm hanging in there, buddy.
That's good. I'm still barely hanging in there.
Barely hanging in there. What's wrong?
Well,
You talking about Michigan being down bad?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah,
they're
they're a hot steaming pile, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember me saying there might go 10-2 as my prediction. I might adjust that for like I guess 8-4 or 9-3. Probably at best 8-4 as right now.
What are they at now? 2 losses?
Yeah.
Or 3? 2? Yeah, 2. Well, at least 3 because they got no chance against Ohio State.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what the rest of their schedule is, but yeah, if they already have 2 losses, I don't even have to look at the schedule. It's probably 8-4, probably be the best they could do because they're probably losing another one too.
Yeah, and I think the FBI, the prediction thing says that Michigan might lose to Indiana, which might happen too.
Oh, they got to play Oregon, dude. Yeah, they might go 7-5, bro.
Yeah,
As Oregon and Ohio State are both going to beat the soul out of them. That's 4 losses right there. Indiana's undefeated. Yeah, it could definitely beat Michigan. Yeah.
Hey, I think Indiana could be
Y'all are basically like one tier above Florida State.
that's even better than Florida State.
I hate that.
Florida State's
Smata says the Christmas tree cakes are out in grocery stores now. I'll have to look today. We're going out today to run some errands. I still have 2 boxes from last Christmas. But if they're out again, I'll throw those 2 away. And get more. But I bought 20 boxes last year, and I've got 2 left.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, my mom is going to Atlanta for work. I guess a work trip.
Oh, you want me to go up there and chaperone her around?
I don't know. I'm just saying in general, but
yeah.
I mean,
maybe we can go up there, do some of that Atlanta scrapbooking. I'm just kidding, Nate.
I know.
I'm with you.
It's fine. I no worry. I make jokes a lot about it too. So,
scrapbooking trip. That's crazy.
But yeah, what's the temperature outside? Holy shit! That's like according to my thermometer or what we call it, weather. What do we call it? It says it's 39 degrees outside. No, I'm good.
I feel so bad for South Carolina fans. They had chances to be 4-2 or even 5-1. You know, here's the thing, and you got a lot of these teams right now that are winning close games.
Yeah.
And then you got a lot of teams that are losing close games. But here's the thing. It is fun to laugh at Georgia for giving up 31 to Mississippi State, or laugh at Bama for losing to Vandy or almost losing to South Carolina, Tennessee for losing to Arkansas, almost losing, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, I've had this belief for a while. I remember talking about this with when Nebraska was 3-9. There's been a couple other teams this has happened to. You hear this a lot in the offseason where you go, the fans will go, well, you know, we were 6-6 last year, but 5 of our losses were by 7 points or less. Well, that's great. You know what that means? It means you're not very good. You're finding ways to lose instead of ways to win. So the better, more talented teams will win a lot of those close games. So like Bama, take the Bama-South Carolina game. If South Carolina would have been playing almost anybody besides Bama, maybe there's 10 other teams too, but almost anybody besides Bama, South Carolina wins that game in the last 5 minutes of the game instead of losing it. Tennessee against Florida. If Florida would have been playing anybody other than Tennessee, and maybe 10 other teams, Florida wins that game at the end instead of losing it. The better team is going to win those close games most of the time, and the not good team is going to lose them. So South Carolina's had some disappointing losses. The LSU game, they probably should have won. That referees kind of screwed them on that one. But like Ole Miss, they just got blown out. Kentucky, no, they beat Kentucky. You know, South Carolina's a good, you know, they're better maybe than people thought they would be, but like Lenore Sellers is not a great quarterback. you know, he makes some plays. He's not Pavia at Vandy, you know. The better team is going to win those close games, you know, most of the time. And that's what's happened in South. Well, that's what happened in South Carolina against Bama. That's what happened to Tennessee against Florida. Georgia was never in danger of losing that game to Mississippi State. It just was closer than it should have been. but Bama and Tennessee, they were teetering on the edge.
Yep. I mean, look, I actually thought that Tennessee, I thought Tennessee would have lost, even though they looked terrible that game against Florida. Even Nico.
Well, Nico's not very good. It's not that he looked. It's not that he looked terrible against Florida. He looked like he's looked against every Power 4 opponent he's ever played. He's not very good.
Right.
I mean, maybe he'll get good at some point, but that point ain't right now. He's just not. He's not very good.
He's terrible. Yeah. By the way, you did a really good job on the "Your Season's Over" video.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a hard time coming up with. I don't know. I had a creative block yesterday with the "Your Season Is Over" video. There was nothing really funny.
I just liked the intro of it, but the whole thing was pretty good too. But
yeah, I mean, I could have been a little harder on Ohio State. I mean, there was some things they did. You know, there was some things they did wrong. I don't know why they ran the ball for like 100 yards in the first half, and I don't know. I didn't look it up, but it seemed like they didn't run it at all in the second half. I don't know why they really went away from that. And then you got, you know, Will Howard pulled a Nico impression and just slides at the end of the game. I get it. There's a lot going on, and it's pressure packed, and it's tense, and I get all that, but like that's why you play quarterback, because you're supposed to be able to handle that. Yeah. And the thing with Nico, he's a first-year starter. So, okay, dumb mistake. Dumbass runs out of bounds with no time left. Okay, well, first he's got the excuse of being a first-year starter. Will Howard's been starting for what seemed like forever. I mean, this guy's been around for forever. He should have known better. I mean, that was just dumb.
Yeah, that was a boneheaded play. Yeah, I agree.
But I'm serious what I said on the video.
Yeah.
So what? They lost by 1 point now. So what? You move them to 8 or 9? You have to be out of your mind. I mean, there isn't anybody watching right now unless you're a fan of this specific team. Nobody would pick Bama to beat Ohio State right now. Nobody would pick Georgia to beat Ohio State. Nobody would pick Tennessee to beat Ohio State. I mean, so I still hadn't looked at the AP poll, so maybe we'll pull it up. Where did they move Ohio State to in the AP? They better still be in the top 5. Yeah, I don't understand how anybody can move them out of the top 5.
I saw yesterday they moved them to 4, I think.
Okay.
The 2 spots.
So what are they probably behind? What are behind Oregon, Texas, and
Texas, Oregon,
Penn State?
I think so, which is ridiculous.
I mean, I think Ohio State will beat Penn State, but I guess I can see having Penn State at 3.
Right, but it's weird to see a Penn State at that high.
Yeah.
This current.
I mean, that's what you want when you watch a game like that. Unless you're if you're an Oregon fan, you'd rather win 50-0, or if you're an Ohio State fan, you want to beat Oregon 50-0. But like everybody else, which was millions and millions of people, I'm sure, that watched that game, that's what you want. You want both teams to show up and play their best or close to their best version of football that they can play, and I feel like that's what happened in that game. Now, take the Florida-Tennessee game on the other hand. That was just as exciting of a game at the end, right? But both of those teams played sloppy as shit. I mean, neither one of those teams looked any good.
Yeah.
But the Oregon-Ohio State game, that wasn't the case. I mean, you watch that game and you're like, these are two really, really good teams here. So I don't, I love laughing at Ohio State, and their fans are so sensitive. So anything you say, they get mad about and all that. So I easily could have come on there and done that, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't put on a show. I mean, when I come on and shit on a team, it's honestly because I just feel like they deserve to be shit on. That's why I do it. I don't do it to sort of put on some kind of act or something. So had I come on yesterday and just shit all over Ohio State for 20 minutes, that's what I would have been doing. I would have been just putting on an act just to shit on them for the sake of shitting on them. Like, I thought that was a great game by two really good teams.
Yeah. I mean, two juggernauts going at it. I mean, you can't get any better than that. I mean,
I thought about adding, I thought about doing some sort of makeup thing for the last 2 weeks, but the thing is, how many of y'all, no one's going back and watching a recap show about something that happened 2 weeks ago. I mean, once it's happened, it's happened. And plus, I mean, the Your Season Is Over videos are already between an hour and an hour and a half long. If I would have gone in yesterday and did like a week 5 recap and then a week 6 recap and then on to the regular year, I mean, that video would have been 2.5 hours long.
Or more.
I mean, I hate that I missed it. I am glad. Well, I'm not glad, but I missed the second week too, where Bama lost and Tennessee lost. And so hopefully that proves to people that, like, I didn't just skip the first week because Georgia lost. The Georgia Bama Your Season Is Over video that next day would have been the most watched Your Season Is Over video of the year.
Probably, yeah.
You know, so I've put Georgia on the Your Season Is Over list every single time they've lost for the last 8 years or whatever, however long I've been doing the Your Season Is Over videos. Like, I don't ever want Georgia to lose, but the silver lining is if they do lose, I make a lot of money because people love to watch when Georgia loses, and I missed out on that. So I promise you it's not because Georgia lost. And then the next week, too. It wouldn't have been as good the next week as it was the week Georgia lost, but that week that Bama lost to Vandy and Tennessee lost to Arkansas, that one would have been through the roof, too.
Yeah.
And if there was a way I could have done it, I would have done it, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would agree. I mean, by the way, I know sent you a countdown thing for the cruise. I think some days ago. It's getting closer for the South cruise.
Yeah. March 7th through 10th.
Yeah, I think it's 145 days. It's alarming.
You say that's alarming.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it's gonna be that quick.
Yeah.
Through the season, but hey,
I got a couple of trips coming up, some of which are less than 60 days away.
Well, I think one of them is the guys trip, isn't it?
Yeah, that one's like 90 days away.
Well, that's 100.
I'm going to New Orleans the second week of December.
Oh, cool.
I think. The week after the conference championship games. So what the conference championship games are like on December 7th or 8th, something like that. That next Monday, I leave for New Orleans for, I think, 3 nights. And then Vegas in January, Vegas at the end of January, and then the Slob cruise beginning of March.
Yep. I don't know. I know. I don't know. I've been told you this, but every freaking night or day and night, I know it's not good for my health, but I can't go sleep. I think I've been up since like again since yesterday.
Dang. You need to get you some
I mean,
melatonin.
I usually use that, but I mean, I use the gummies for melatonin, but I don't want to use like 5 milligrams because I don't want to oversleep or something like that.
I don't know. I buy that bottle, or the lady buys that bottle of melatonin gummies or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I have too.
Yeah, I take 2 of those, and like 45 minutes later, I can't keep my eyes open. Puts me right to sleep.
I know, but the thing is, if you take too much, you oversleep or whatever.
Well, that's why you don't take too much. You take 2, like the bottle tells you to.
I take 1.
Well, you're a pussy. Take 2. Go right to sleep. You take 1 and you can't go to sleep. That's right. I mean, the bottle tells you to take 2.
Okay.
Take 2. Don't take 10. Take 2. Like the bottle tells you to take.
I heard stories that if you take like a lot of melatonin in one night, you probably die. If you like, so I don't really know about die, but still, you won't wake up for a long time if you take like 10 or 15 of them. That's not good. But yeah,
No,
I'll take 2.
not good. That's true. Dying's not good at all. Good morning, Monk. What you doing over there? You want to take your bath this morning? And clean yourself up, Monk. Yeah, take your big bath.
Yeah, how's Monk doing? And
oh,
Burgle?
She's great. Yeah, Burgle made her Your Season Is Over video world premiere yesterday. She was on the Your Season Is Over video.
She's famous now.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
I mean, I think Monk has yet to get famous. Well, she's already famous, but still on Spotlight, man. I know. I mean, I done good. When I was at your place, your old place, your cat is awesome. I mean, I even told you this too. I used to have a cat before I had a dog, so I mean, I'm really good with pets. So I mean, I think she liked me when I was there. I mean,
You're a sweet baby, Monk. You're a sweet baby. You're a sweet baby.
yeah, I had a cat with. I used to have a cat with like a cat with no tail. Not joking.
Dang.
No, it's not. It's because of I think of.
I used to have a horse with no name.
Was it
That's crazy, ain't it?
donkey?
I used to have a donkey named Don Quixote.
I know it's more conky donkey. I'm just kidding. That's kidding. I used to. I know Ryan McConkey has a unique last name, which is hey. I'll apologize to him. I just call him McConkey. No wait, McConkey Donkey, just for fun.
Yeah,
but hey,
that's hilarious.
But yeah, I'm still. I'm still working on that old folks home, retirement community and that.
It's a retirement community.
That was a good stinger, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'll have, and also I'm thinking about going to college too.
Going to college?
Yeah. No, it's not like you go apply for college, but it's kind of like it. But it's a program. There's a program called
Clemson Life.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
Clemson Life program. That's where Slaw went.
Yeah, I mean the Clemson Life program is basically a disability. Well,
Yeah, that's where Slaw. That's what Huffer Billy Paul did. He went through that Clemson Life program.
Yeah. I mean, so here's my list for the other places like Clemson Life, basically like Clemson Life. I have like Missouri. Don't ask why. Arkansas. I'm basically listening down some university that is near me because I don't want my mom to freak out that I'm like away from home. Well, I'm probably gonna be away from home for I don't know. Depends on how many years I'm at the program.
Dang.
But yeah, I was gonna say Arkansas, Iowa. Rest in peace, Jeb Webster, Iowa. Yeah. And I think it's Iowa State on there. Yeah. I mean, Alabama even had a freaking program. I mean, I'm not listening to that. I'm not gonna go there, but still, it's surprising that Bama has a program like Clemson Life.
Yeah. Who? Bama?
Yeah.
Well, Bama's entire school is like the Clemson Life program.
Yeah.
Everybody there is like is like that there. So and there's nothing wrong with that, but I mean that's how that goes there.
Yeah. I mean, even if I went there, I probably I don't know. Probably will last for I don't know. What do you think I would probably last? Like I mean, I'm sure.
Well, why do you want to go to college? What is it you want to do? I mean, going to college just to go to college is a waste of time. You should only go to college if there's something you want to do that requires a certain college degree.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I've never been in college ever, so I mean,
well,
so
nobody's ever been in college until they go to college, but that's not the point. Right. You shouldn't go to college unless there's something you want to do, and in order to do that, you have to have a certain college degree.
Yeah, that's what mom been saying. I mean, I guess if I have pick a degree or some or class, probably education. Like
who is it? Who is it you want to educate?
Disabled kids.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm pretty good at them, so.
Right.
So probably special ed. I don't know.
Right.
So I guess that's probably my class I could do.
Right.
I don't know if they have the class for that. I have no idea, but I'm gotta see where if I get accepted or something. But yeah, it's not only I want to go to college, just go to college. I want to get some beaches. I'm just kidding. Some I would say girls.
Well, that's a side effect of going to college. That's not a reason to go.
I know. I'm just saying, just for a side effect. I mean, I don't know. I don't think the girls want to smoke though.
Yeah.
Maybe they do. I don't know. But our college girls are pretty, but that's not the point. But the point is, that I always wanted to go to college just to get a degree and probably try to live by myself. Although that sounds terrible. Well, I'm not terrible. Like cautious for me because I'm not really that responsible that well.
Living by yourself is boring.
I mean,
Now, I love it because I don't like people, but it is boring.
Well, is it boring in the first week if you ever done it? I mean, I don't know.
I've lived by myself several times. You know,
I mean, the most sad part thing, I can't drive, so I can't really. All I can do is
you don't need to be able to. You don't need to be able to drive. You can Uber. I mean, they got grocery delivery. You don't need to be able to drive. I hate driving.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only thing I can drive probably golf cart and side by side, even though we all know the story about that.
Oh, speaking of driving though, paid off my car yesterday.
That's cool.
Yeah, no car payment. That's winning right there.
Yeah, definitely.
I now own the best kind of car.
Yeah.
One that's paid off.
I actually found this out that. Sorry, burp. I actually found this out that, like, people that own people that own the houses don't really own houses. The government does. The federal government.
Well,
I didn't really.
that's not true. You own the house. That's a Facebook meme talking point. If you own the house, you own the house. You just pay property tax to live there, but you own the house, not the government.
Yeah, I mean, I have. What do I know? I have.
Not much when it comes to that.
You
read that on Facebook or something like that, and you're just repeating it. Which is what most people do, by the way. Which is why a lot of people believe the things that they believe. Like the people that have been running around for the last week saying Kirby Smart's going to the Jets. That's the same reason they think the election was stolen. They read it on Facebook. See, if you read something online anywhere and you like it or agree with it, you automatically just assume it's true. Not you in particular. I mean, the dumbed down version of the human race that exists today. You see something online somewhere, you believe it or agree with it, and so you automatically think it's true, and you don't do 3 seconds worth of research to figure anything out about it on your own. You just blindly believe it.
Yeah.
And then you go around repeating it over and over again. Kirby to the Jets.
Fake news.
I thank you, Bo Man. It was a little weird. I think that was the problem yesterday. I think that's what I didn't put the Your Season Is Over video out at 9:00 because I wanted to put it out at 9:00. I sat in here for hours yesterday and I couldn't. There was just nothing funny. I mean, the funniest things were teams that didn't win by enough, and that's just not the point of the Your Season Is Over. There were no. I mean, all week I looked forward to shitting all over either Oregon or Ohio State and their head coach for losing yet another big game. But then I watched that game and I just couldn't. Even the Colorado game.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to say this one time and then I'm never going to admit it again. Colorado is a lot better than I thought they would be. Now, I'm never saying that again. I'm never admitting that again either. But Colorado's a lot better than I thought they would be. They still have major issues. Their lines are terrible. They can't run the ball, all that stuff. But just overall, they are a lot better than I thought they would be. I mean, they beat the absolute shit out of Central Florida. They almost beat Kansas State. I mean, they took a lead with 2 minutes to go in that game. And Kansas State went right down the field and scored the winning touchdown. But,
right,
I wouldn't have thought that game would be that close. So they are better than I thought they would be. Now, we'll see what happens now that Horn is out, that wide receiver. He's out. Travis Hunter's out. See, this is what happened to them last year. They get halfway. Remember last year they were 3-1. They started having injuries, and then that was it. They couldn't win a game because they've got 3 or 4 really good players, and then absolute piles of shit behind that because they don't recruit. And that's starting to happen now. I don't know how serious Travis Hunter's injury is or Horn's injury, and I hope it's not serious at all. I hope they can come back and play, especially Travis Hunter. I love watching him play. If the injuries start mounting up again for Colorado like they did last year, then they'll lose their last 6 games of the year like they did last year. They've got no depth at all. And yeah, Shiloh's not any good. I think Shiloh's not any good.
I mean, there's a reason that that Dion really doesn't like him as a college football player. Or probably son. I don't know why he doesn't really.
They asked him. They asked Dion in the post-game press conference after the Kansas State game, "How do you think Shiloh played?" And he said, "He played terrible."
I mean, he's like the middle son, basically.
Did y'all see that play where what's the running back's name for Kansas State? Is it KJ Giddens or DJ Giddens? Something Giddens. Anyway.
Yeah.
He broke a run up the middle, and Shiloh was standing there playing safety, and Shiloh broke down to try to tackle him, and Giddens put a move on him that completely locked him up. It was bad. Did y'all see that?
I didn't.
It was real
see
bad.
That, but I heard about that. I thought it was pretty.
I don't know if I can find it. Let me see.
Who's cold today?
Here it is.
He dropped him like a Kendrick diss track that time.
It's the definition of contact balance. Once again, he's got Shador. Shador. I'm Shiloh. I got the wrong Sanders. Took me to my core.
Brought my man down to his knees. Let's watch it one more time. Oh.
I got the wrong Sanders, brother. It shook me to my.
Oh boy. That's a bad one there.
He's down bad. I mean, he's been down bad since.
Yeah. But they're 4-2 though, Colorado.
Yeah.
They've already equaled the number of wins from last year.
Yeah, I think their ceiling is probably, I guess.
They'll make a bowl game for sure. If they get Travis Hunter and Horn back at wide receiver, they're going to make a bowl game. I don't know. Let's look at the rest of their
5 or 6-6 at the highest.
Let's look at their schedule.
How in the hell is Vandy 4-2 also?
All right. At Arizona, that's winnable.
Yeah.
Home against Cincinnati, that's winnable. At Texas Tech, 50-50. Shit. I actually think the Utah game might be winnable now for them. They get them at home, and Utah is just a disaster. Kansas, they haven't won a game since the first week of the season.
Man,
and then Oklahoma State is falling off the map. I mean, they could win the majority of their games left. They might win 7 or 8 games.
That's kind of a big boost for them from last year.
Now it's all going to fall apart next year because they're all leaving. But
still, yeah, I could see like 7 or 8 wins. But speaking of freaking Kansas, bro, they just fell off the map that in week 1. I'm like, what the hell happened? One's clear favorites to win the Big 12, not or not. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I have no idea. I guess they have bad luck this season, or just plain.
Who?
Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas has been terrible.
I actually feel bad, to be honest. like I said, they in week or before week 1, they people were saying that Kansas had the potential to win the Big 12. I mean, not this year.
Colby says Colorado's not even making a bowl game.
Wow, is that true?
That's what he says. I don't know. I mean, all they got to do is win 2 more games. Kansas and Cincinnati are almost guaranteed wins.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the? I don't know if you saw the Kansas new stadium or rebuilt stadium concept yet.
Yeah,
So it's pretty. You saw it? Well, I think it looks decent for them, decent size for them. They're a basketball school.
Lou, did you get paid this weekend? What do you mean? You talking about on the gambling? I finished the week up $140. So, but I bet baseball all week, so I bet playoff baseball all week. Then college football on Saturday. I made 3 or 4 NFL bets yesterday, and I bet on the baseball game last night. I ended the week up. Well, not quite 140. What was it? Let me look. 120 up 129. Finished the week up 129. Yeah. I didn't do that good on Saturday. I did great yesterday. I had a lot of hit. I had a great day yesterday. In fact, I think after Saturday, I think I was down $150. So I was down $150 after Saturday. So if I ended the week up $130, then that means I won $280 yesterday. But I was down $150 to start the day. So I ended the week because the week ends Sunday night, and starts over on Monday with the book. We settle up every Monday morning. So I'm waiting on him to send me my $130 now. But so we'll start again today. Got Monday night football tonight. I don't know if we've got we should have playoff baseball tonight too. It should be the NLCS game 1 should be tonight, shouldn't it? Let's look.
Yeah, I think it's the Yankees and the Guardians, I guess.
Today's Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, October 14th. Yeah, 2 games today. So at 4 o'clock, you got the Mets at the Dodgers. And at 7:30, Cleveland at the Yankees.
Imagine the 2.
I'll be taking probably. Who will I be taking? Well, I'll be taking the Yankees. And I don't know yet on the Mets and Dodgers. I took the Dodgers yesterday, first 5 innings. And they were up like 6-0 after the first 5 innings. So I won that bet easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Sunday night football game, I took the Bengals. I took Cincinnati -3 first half, and they were up, I think, 7-0 at half. Anyway, I won both the bets. Whatever it was, I won both the bets last night.
Lions did pretty good.
Yeah. Who plays on the Lions? Beat the absolute soul. You don't see that in the NFL very often.
No.
Did y'all see that yesterday?
Cowgirls.
You don't see scores like that in the NFL very often.
No. That's like video game numbers.
Well, you see it in college football, but Detroit beat Dallas 47-9. I mean, that's normally what you see when like Tennessee plays a group of 5 team.
Right.
47-9. Cowboys didn't score a single touchdown. 3 field goals, all they got.
Damn, that's Iowa level.
They're down bad. They need Shador Sanders, don't they? Yeah, Shador and Dion to Dallas, picking up steam.
Right.
I don't know. They just re-signed Dak Prescott, so I don't know if I doubt they'll get Shador.
That's bad luck. And plus, that was Jerry Jones' birthday too yesterday. But yeah, Hey, I don't know if you saw it, but it was really heartbreaking because Aiden Hutchinson got hurt in that game. I think he twisted his leg or something, but or I read it in a article. I forgot what it said, but something libida, or what we call it, some muscle or whatever, or bone. I don't know.
Roy says Ohio State gets better as the season goes along. Are you saying you hope they get better as the season goes along? I know you're not saying that they normally get better as the season goes along. I know that can't be what you're saying, because normally Ohio State doesn't lose until the end of the season. So,
right.
So normally they get worse. But so I guess you're saying this year you think they're going to get better, which they could. They don't. I mean, they don't need to get better, really. I mean, they they lost to Oregon at Oregon by 1. I tell you this: if those two teams played next week on a neutral field, I bet you Ohio State would be favored.
Yeah, I would say so too. I mean, like I said earlier, I think Indiana has I won't say a good chance, but a chance maybe to beat Ohio State. I'd be happy if Indiana wins against Ohio State. I'm not saying it will happen, but hey.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched Indiana play, but because I gamble all the time, I keep up with certain things, and they're a covering machine. They've if you've been betting on Indiana this season, you've made so much money.
Yeah.
Off of them. They don't just beat people, they've been covered. They're like the opposite of Georgia. Right. They win and they cover the spread every week. Georgia can't cover a spread to save their life. Georgia hasn't covered a spread since week 1 against Clemson.
That's down real bad. You know, as a Michigan fan, I mean, I can't say anything like at all. I just gotta say I have my team sucks. That's about it. That's all I could say. But as a college football fan, I would love to see upsets, even though my team sucks. But hey, I'll be dying laughing if Indiana beats Ohio State at the shoe.
Hey.
I think they play next week, don't they? Yeah, I think they do. No, wait. Let me check.
I'll pull it up.
All right. Maybe it's in the week after. I don't know.
Ohio State foosball schedule. All right. Ohio State is off this week.
Okay.
Then they played Nebraska.
Oh.
And then they play at Penn State. That'll be a big game. Who does Penn State play before that? Let's see. Wisconsin. So Penn State's off this week, too. Then they play at Wisconsin. So, yeah, Penn State's probably – I mean, they'll beat Wisconsin, I think. Penn State will. So Penn State will probably be undefeated. Ohio State 1 loss when they play at Penn State on November 2nd. And then after that, Ohio State plays Purdue, which is one of the worst teams on the planet. Northwestern, second worst team on the planet. And then they end the season with Indiana and Michigan in back-to-back weeks at home, both at home. Both at home.
I mean, one's going to lose, one's going to win, which means I think Indiana's probably has a better chance of winning against Ohio State than Michigan. Just saying.
Yeah.
Now, if Indiana's still undefeated, which is probably highly unlikely, but not impossible at that point, I actually could see them maybe go 10-2, making the playoffs.
Well, Indiana's off this week. Then they play Nebraska.
Yeah.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah.
And they play Washington.
Yeah.
Then they play at Michigan State. Then home against Michigan. Bye week. at Ohio State, home against Purdue. So
Damn.
they might go 10-2.
Hoosiers.
Here's the thing, and I hate to do the who have they played. I'm really not doing the who have they played, but I am asking, what's the best team they've played?
I have no idea.
Northwestern, Maryland, or UCLA. Those are their 3 best wins.
I mean, that's true.
Now, to be fair, they're beating the shit out of them. 42-13, 42-28, 41-24.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not. The games aren't even close, but those are their 3 best wins: UCLA, Maryland, and Northwestern.
Are you saying that Indiana has a better offense than Tennessee?
At this point in the season, it's hard to argue otherwise.
Holy shit, man! Tennessee, man, thought that they were, gonna have a top 5 offense. I mean, maybe they still will do, but I don't think they do.
Who? Tennessee?
No, I mean, maybe early in the season probably.
They ain't got no top 5.
No.
Man, come on, man, stop.
No.
These motherfuckers can't get a first down.
Yeah. I was saying BD was saying this last night, but he doesn't want to believe it yet. But he doesn't want to believe that Nico is probably, Joe Milton 2.0. But hopefully, I mean, he later said that he basically did the same thing that Nico did the same thing as Joe Milton did, like from last year. Ran out of bounds. I guess same play like last season. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, even Joe Milton wasn't good at Michigan either before he transferred to Tennessee. I mean, Joe Milton ain't no good at all. Good thing it's not in college anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, what I call Graham Mertz.
What?
Graham Cracker Mertz.
Hey, that's a good one. I'll have to remember that. Yeah, I'll have to try to remember that.
Yeah, Graham Cracker Mertz.
That's a good one.
I mean, he falls like Graham Crack.
I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Should write that down in your Copus notes or blank page.
You know what I should do? Get a box of graham crackers and carry it around anytime I'm talking about Graham Mertz.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I did all last season.
Yeah, you should. Well,
You know who else isn't any good? DJ Lagway.
DJ Legway. Yeah, true. Yeah, 5-star dummy bust. Yeah.
I don't understand the rules anymore, I guess. But Nico played 5 games last year.
Yeah.
So how is he a redshirt freshman?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's a sophomore.
Does the bowl game not count anymore? I know there's been some discussion in the past about making it where bowl games don't count against your eligibility. I guess that must be what it is. Because he played 4 games during the season, and then he played in the bowl game. So he played in 5 games last year. And you can only play in 4 games and keep your red shirt. So I'm guessing the bowl game doesn't count. But he played in 5 games last year.
Yeah. I think he's a sophomore outright because he, like you said right there, 4 or 5 games from last year.
Yeah.
That technically makes you a sophomore if you played. I guess like a couple downs, but still.
Hey, who's better between Texas A&M and LSU? We wrote those teams off, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
They lost in week 1, and that was it. Well, that's it for them. Fuck them. And now they're both sitting there at 5-1. What do we do with them?
Maybe put them on. If we had a tier, let's probably put on, I guess.
I know LSU still has to play Bama, and Texas A&M still has to play Texas. But other than that, I don't know who those two teams play that could beat them. I mean, Florida hadn't beat LSU. Florida's like 1-8 against LSU in the last 9 years or something. It's hard to imagine Florida beating LSU. I mean, that's why we still call this show the Shoe.
It still remain until changed, which is not going to happen in a long time. Yeah. I have no idea what we should.
Yeah, they play each other. Yeah. They play each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of them's guaranteed to get a second loss. I don't think either one of them are running the table. So whoever loses the LSU Texas A&M game is probably out of the playoffs for sure. But whoever wins the LSU Texas A&M game could finish at 10-2.
I saw a week 8 playoff format projection.
Yeah.
And I saw, it was just saying if the playoffs started right now, but I saw Iowa State at 4. I mean, I guess.
Well, somebody's got to win the Big 12.
Right, I know. I'm saying this.
And whoever it is going to be the 4 seed.
Yeah, I know it's.
I mean, they're undefeated.
Yeah. Who would have thought of that?
I mean, whoever wins the Big 12 is getting the 4 seed. I think we all know that.
Is that how it works? I don't know. Because I thought it was like the higher seed.
Who do you think's going to be? What other team is it you think's going to be ranked ahead of the Big 12 champion? Besides the SEC, the Big 10, and the ACC champion.
Can't name any.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Big 12 is going to be the 4 seed. The ACC is going to be the 3 seed. And either the Big 10, and the SEC will be 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And the group of 5 will be somewhere 5 to 12, probably 12.
They had Oregon at 2, and Ohio State 5. I think they have Ohio State playing. I guess Boise State. I don't know. Even though that'll probably be a bloodbath if that happens. Ohio State will probably win. No, not probably. They will win if they play each other. I mean, I like you said, Lou. I think, in all honesty, I think Group 5 should have their own playoff. I mean,
of course, they should have their own playoff.
Now, at the same time, what I feel bad for the players that plays in Group of 5, yeah, at the same time, yeah, but you can't really do anything about it because you're in a Group of 5. Because, like I said, I kind of feel bad at the same time, but still, it's you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. Ohio State, man. Where's Cade?
Are there any possible losses for Texas on this game? Of course there are.
Texas A&M.
Yeah, Georgia, Texas A&M, Arkansas.
Man, I think it looks Arkansas.
Florida. Vandy.
Vandy, how the fuck?
Kentucky. I mean, every game on their schedule the rest of the season is a potential loss for Texas.
Right.
Kentucky.
I
mean, they'll be favored in all of them.
Yeah.
But there's teams that they could lose one.
Vandy, I know they're the bottom of the barrel all these years in South SEC, but so far they, I guess, look decent.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you can say about Vanderbilt. Decent, but
and guess what? They play Ball State next, so they're winning again.
Ball State.
They play Ball State, Texas, Auburn, South Carolina, LSU, Tennessee. I mean, so they're 1, 2, 3. They might go 3-3. They're 4-2 right now, so they might be able to get to 7-5.
They could be. No, I'm not trying to say this, but they could be Tennessee.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. That's probably more hilarious than the Georgia-Bama game. If they lose to if Tennessee loses to Vanderbilt, do they play at home or away?
Well, it's a home game for Tennessee either way.
Okay.
They play in Nashville at home. It's a home game for Vandy, but there'll be more Tennessee fans there than Vandy fans. There usually is anyway. Maybe that'll change now that Vandy's winning a couple of games.
I think I saw the video that Pete went out when he went to Nashville and staying by Vanderbilt Stadium.
Yeah, that was good timing for Pete to be there when that happened. Yeah, that was funny.
I found it funny when he said, "What an absolute fucking garbage can the stadium is."
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, there's probably many shit stadiums in Power 5, but not many. But yeah, it's I don't know how the hell you play there. It's basically a high school stadium. Just like Missouri's stadium.
Yeah.
Did you know that Missouri's stadium has more pet rocks than Clemson?
No, I didn't know that.
Because in the I think the one end zone has has rocks that are shaped in an M.
Yeah, those aren't pet rocks. Those are just rocks.
Well, I call them pet rocks in my opinion, but they don't get petted, so I mean,
right. That's what makes Clemson's pet rock a pet rock. It's the fact that they pet it,
which is sad and
it's
down
stupid.
bad.
It's stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah,
not as stupid as rushing the field after a loss. Which Clemson also does, but it's still stupid.
That's probably the most stupid tradition in all college football.
Right.
It might be worse than what do you call it? I don't know. I can't think of any bad traditions than Clemson's.
Well, Clemson's are the worst.
I know. I'm saying that's why I said I can't.
I mean, rushing the field after a loss is by far the dumbest thing any fan base in all of college football does. No, it's dumber. Rushing the field after a loss is even dumber than anything Texas A&M does, and they do a whole lot of dumb shit.
Yeah, that's even worse than guy cheerleaders. I mean, that's not really a tradition, but still. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna go to Clemson. For college, probably not. Yeah, just because I don't want to rush the field after a loss. But yeah. But by the way, that game, I know it's like I think 2 weeks ago, but that game, when I went with family in Lincoln, Nebraska against Illinois, hard time to watch in the fourth quarter and overtime. Man, I have a lot of stories to tell, but I mean, I know we have a limited time, but still.
Yeah, and it takes you a long time to tell a story.
I mean, I could just say like I guess 5 things about the game.
No, see that would take 30 minutes.
True.
I'm not gonna do that.
2. I don't know.
You can't do anything in 2 minutes, Nate.
Sadly. How about none? There you go.
Yeah, that's good.
Is Pete doing a midday show today?
Yeah, I'm assuming he is, but I don't know. I mean, he normally does it on Mondays. I haven't heard that he's not doing it.
I mean,
I know sometimes he doesn't do them if something comes up or whatever, but I think he's, as far as I know, he's doing it. You gonna call? You gonna call in?
Yeah.
I think you should. Yeah, I think you should call into Pete's midday show for the whole 2 hours.
Look, I'm not trying to blame Pete, but I know sometimes I usually go in the back room and waiting for like 2 hours. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying I think he's doing that for a reason, but I don't know what the reason is. But
yeah,
but
sometimes there is no reason.
I mean, I don't know the reason, but he knows the reason probably. But like I said, I think it's all good fun. I think he's just trolling me.
Dang.
I
think sometimes people troll me too.
Yeah. But you are the ultimate troll, so
yeah, they try to troll the troll.
Yeah, they're basically trolling themselves when they try to troll you. I mean, oh, by the way, the quarterback for, I don't know, Michigan's not any good, but the quarterback they're trying to speak of is Jack Tuttle.
Yeah, well, they just keep going down the list. I mean, they all told me Alex Orji was going to be amazing all off season. Then he was so bad he didn't even start. Then they went with Warren, and Warren was terrible, so they went back to Orji. Now Orji's still terrible, so now they're just going down the list. So now they're just like, Tuttle's good then. Yeah, Tuttle's good then. Okay.
Look, I'm actually blaming Sherman Moore for this. He's just like doing the hokey fucking pokey shit with quarterbacks. Name the damn fucking quarterback. I mean, this what week is it? Like week 9 now, basically. I don't know.
Well, it's week 8.
Yeah, week 8. Yeah, week fucking 8, and you don't know what the quarterback is going to be.
Yeah.
Now, that's like, oh my god. I'm like stressing out because Strom. It's not it's not all Sharon's Moore's fault. It's basically the offensive coordinator fault.
Well, it's Sharon Moore's fault for not going and getting a quarterback out of the portal. Sharon Moore's been at Michigan for 4 or 5 years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He knew those quarterbacks were terrible. He had to know.
Yeah.
He had to know. So the minute he got promoted to head coach, he should have said, we're going to get a quarterback out of the portal because our quarterbacks are fucking garbage. Yeah. And he didn't. So.
I'm worried about, I think he wants to be traditional, quote unquote, like Dabo is. If that is the case, get him out of here. Like what I meant by traditional, he doesn't want to go get people from the portal, which is stupid. Man, tough being a Wolverine fan, I would say. But yeah, if Stromar doesn't really pan out to be the promising coach that some of us think, I know it's his first year, but still in the future, if he, get him out of here if he wins like at least 8 or 9 games every year. I don't want that, but we can't decide who wins or loses. We're just fans, unfortunately. But yeah. By the way, I'm doing my shit show. Yeah, return of shit show. Every Wednesday, I changed the schedule of my shit show. Only Wednesdays.
Okay. What time?
12. So 1 Eastern, 12 my time.
1
So
Eastern,
basically
12 Pacific, 12 Central.
So basically, kind of right after Pete's midday show, I think. I don't know.
Well, Pete's midday show ends at 1 Eastern.
Yeah, and which is 12 p.m. my time. So that's why I thought it would be good to start like right after he ends it. I don't know.
Right.
So.
All right. Well, I'm going to shut this down for today, Nate.
All right. Thank you for letting me on, buddy.
Anytime, buddy. Have a good one.
All right.
There you go, Nate the Great. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I got to do my updated top 25 video for you today. And probably a second video, too. Although I do have some errands to run this afternoon. But I'm going to get the top 25 video out, hopefully by lunchtime today. Because that's another thing I've missed the last 2 weeks. I haven't done my top 25. So there'll be a lot of changes to my top 25 because I'll be going off of a top 25 from 3 weeks ago. And a lot's happened since then, of course. So I'll have that up today. Lunch Money Show tonight at 10 p.m. with me and Pigskin Pete. We'll look at all the betting lines for this week's games and try to find some best bets, some upset picks, some ways to make some money betting on college football games this coming up weekend. So make sure y'all tune in tonight at 10 p.m. for the Lunch Money Show. And I'll be back on here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. To do this pointless stream again, which is very exciting. Appreciate everybody tuning in this morning. I hope your week gets off to a good start. Enjoy your Monday and have a good morning.